Hello, everyone. Welcome to Castlewood CD. So, guys, let's talk about something that I've talked about on this channel before when it comes to young people and social media. I have said to you guys that you need to be careful what you say on social media, especially if you are still young, aspirant, and you also thinking of a future and you are actually pursuing this future, or you have not even started pursuing the future, but you are thinking of pursuing the future. These days, companies, and I've said this before, that I used to be a panelist when it came to interviews of prospective candidates to work for the firm that I used to work for. And I was responsible in checking your background. And one of the things that I used to do when I checked your background was your social media participation. What do you say with those fingers of yours? So it's important. It's important that with your fingers, you do not say things that will misrepresent the company, because companies these days, they are all about reputation, marketability, as well as integrity. And the last thing that they want to have on their payrolls is people that have a loose tongue, may more like a loose brain, where you think because you have freedom of expression and therefore you think it is absolute when it's not. Companies these days, they want to protect themselves from reputational damage as well as unnecessary lawsuits because one of the employees decided to have a loose brain. And I have said, be careful. As a matter of fact, I was observing how people were dealing with Dominic. What Dominic did or what is doing is because of what's currently going on in the workplace. There are policies that some companies are putting in place. In fact, most companies are putting in place when it comes to your participation on social media. All right. And they want to protect themselves against you, against the reputational damage of the good name of the companies that you may actually want to work for. So it's important that you are quiet. And if you do protest, make sure it is done in a respectful way. And also be cognizant that there are vulnerable groups out there. People that are what do you call this? What's the political correct word for people? People that are overweight. They are vulnerable. They are a vulnerable group of people. What you say about them might actually come back and bite you in the butt. Also, when it comes to LGBTQ, also when it comes to different ethnicities as well as races and upbringings, backgrounds, you name it. Stay away from talking about those things, especially stay away from politics. If you are going to talk about politics, let it rather be about your patriotism on your country. Do not now, because you are a supporter of the EFF, simply because you are young, and you say horrendous things about people that are in the ANC or elsewhere, because some of these people are the owners of those companies. So you need to be, you have to, if you're going to play a political card, let it be about your country, how you love your country, and how you are going to defend your country. All right? But also, if a political party is messing up, you need to hold them accountable rather than going off at them. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say here. If you have beliefs, like religious beliefs, keep them to yourself. They are between you and your God. All right? Because these are the things that we look for when we are checking your social media platforms. And I'm telling you, when I used to check media platforms of the candidates, I dug. Because the what do you call this? The internet doesn't forget. And these days, it's even easier. All you do is just take the picture, your picture, put it on a chat GPT or even an AI tool. And the AI tool, what it does, and I just type, check all the social media platforms. And I'm telling you, it brings it within seconds. And then now I'm able to read. And I can even type in there what is the most controversial thing then the name of the candidate ever said on social media? And it will pull all the controversial things that you ever said in seconds. So it's no longer like before where one had to scroll for like days and days and days looking for things that will protect the company from you. We use AI tools these days. To this very day, my firm would call me whenever they are going to have a new candidates and say, hey, CD, we would like you to come and help us with the social media background of these candidates. I mean, now I do it less than an hour. Less. Sometimes within 15 minutes, I already have the entire profile of the candidate through the social media platforms. So be careful. Be careful if you see an LGBTQIA person saying or doing things that you don't like, hey, scrolla angazi ukuthi ubone isipoko yangizwa ukuthi ngithini ngoba this is what is getting a lot of people not only here in South Africa fired or unemployable, but all over the world. All over the world. Well, let me just say, in the countries where they consider themselves as a free world, South Africa included. So when you see, oh, this would show something, yeah, mtanami, yeah, say nothing, keep it moving. And those that have said some things in the past, I would encourage you, and you are still at school, you said something that you think is going to come back and bite you in the behind, make an apology video right now. Because when you make an apology video, it shows growth, it shows awareness now, and it also shows that you learn and always willing to learn. And that is forgivable. Okay, that is forgivable because I have seen candidates who created apology videos not because they were asked to apologize, but because they came to a realization. Oh, maybe they realized, oh no, I don't know who already snapshot that video or copied it and reposted it. Let me make an apology video. Those are the ones that we hire. I'm letting you know right now because it shows growth, it shows learning and also awareness. So if you're just going to sit on your posterior and hope for the best, you are doing yourself a disservice. Now, the reason why I am talking about this is because of the video you guys just saw. That video you just saw is the reality of corporate world today. Today. And he was just picking on one issue, that guy, but he checks on everything across the board. Everything about your participation on social media. Just be careful out there. That's all I'm going to say in this video. Be careful with your words. Be careful with your words. Before you post, read what you just typed. And if you think this could get you into trouble someday, delete it and keep scrolling. Just keep scrolling, especially when you come across LGBTQIA plus person. Say nothing. Say nothing. Because you will get yourself in trouble. You might not get into trouble today, but you are still young and you are climbing the corporate ladder. Boom, comes this post. And then you'll be stuck in life in that position for the rest of your life. It's even worse if you are going to establish a business. Nobody is going to patronize your business because people are going to say, what shop is this? It's owned by who? If it's a shop. Oh, no, this person. And then they start pulling out the receipts. And people are now going to go and support your business as a result. Please be careful. I beg you all. As a person who has sat and also conducted investigations, like background investigations, I am telling you right now what companies are doing. All right? And that guy, I hope you are convinced by what he said. All right. Other than that, please enjoy the rest of your day. Let me have my lunch. Goodbye.
Another young person doesn't get the job. Now, if you follow me, you know from time to time I run deep background checks for Fortune 500 companies, some Fortune 100, some other larger companies. I ran another one today, and I mean, the very first video I ever posted, it got almost 2 million views, 1.7 million views. I don't know how many it was, where a woman didn't get a job because of a video that she had posted online years earlier. Now the new thing is young people aren't getting their jobs because of videos that are coming up that are pretty recent. And I just wanted to come on here and just elaborate on the fact that everything you do online lasts forever. Every time you're in public, chances are there's a video camera facing toward you somewhere at some time. So this woman, another woman, interesting that most of the time it's a young woman, it was up for a job at a really large company. And they asked me to do the final deep background check on her, which is a facial recognition, the voice recognition, all the crazy stuff that I do, all the crazy AI and technology stuff that I do. But this video came back, and in this video, she's protesting, free Palestine, and she's saying some pretty crazy stuff about Jewish people, and some Jewish people are there counter protesting, and she's saying some pretty bad stuff to them. And this was an upper management position. I mean, she's I'm not gonna tell you how old she is, but she's not a kid. She's in her late 20s, and this was going to be cool. This was probably $160,000 all in with benefits, everything. I looked her up. I saw that she was posting about it. She actually posted about this job and about how excited she was about to get this job and how she was in the final running. And she kind of took her social media people through this. But I turned that video in today, and she's not going to get that job. And as someone who grew up with social media and grew up with the internet and grew up with these video phones, these video cameras, how could she do this to herself? If she wants something from someone who the owners of the company happen to be Jewish, by the way, which I can't even make that shit up if I tried, but you're always being recorded, especially if you're in a crowd of people or protesting and you're screaming and yelling or any of that. You're always being recorded, and I can find you. It doesn't matter if the video is erased. It doesn't matter if somebody else posts the video. It doesn't matter if somebody in Timbuktu posts the video. I will find it. Facial recognition, 146 different places on your face. It is 99.999% accurate. It counts the hairs in your eyebrows. It counts the hairs in a square centimeter on your head. It counts the distance between your eyes, the distance here between your eyes, your ears, how your ears line up with one another. It is scary stuff, and we will find you. You could even cover your face. It's voice recognition also. And then you put that together with different elements like me in this room, in my office. You could put this together and you could figure out where I am. You could figure out who I am with this facial recognition, voice recognition and everything. It's crazy. You guys have got to stop doing this. You're destroying your careers. You may be destroying your lives because, again, men are running deep background checks on women before they ask them to marry them because they've become so much cheaper than they used to be. They used to cost $2,500. Now they cost $1,000 or less. It depends on what level you want to go to. So all I'm saying to you, and this is all I'm going to say, is if you want something from someone else, if there's ever going to be a moment in your life where you're going to want something from someone else, stop posting shit on the internet. Stop getting involved in this shit that's going to make you less desirable as an employee or less desirable as a spouse. So there you have it. This is a 5-minute rant, public service announcement, whatever you want to call it. Sometime you're going to want something and you're not going to get it because of the way you acted. And when I was a kid, it wouldn't matter because nobody had it on video. Everyone has you on video. Everyone has everything you do on video. Everything you say, you have to assume you're being recorded. Just don't do it. If you want something, don't do it. You want to be successful? Don't do it. You want to be an influencer and work for yourself? Fine, do whatever you want to do. But don't post any rants. Don't say bad things about people. Don't say bad things about your country. And certainly don't do anything sexual. Don't do anything that you wouldn't do in front of your parents. So, that's it.